Hello, my name is Angela Boycott-Garnett. I'm in St Peter's Gardens in Huddersfield, and I'm engaged in building the structure behind me, the sculpture, which is called Hope Springs Eternal. My inspiration for this was in times gone by, people used to have clouty trees, and these were trees that were usually by a holy spring or a holy well, and people used to hang clouts or cloths on them for hope. Quite often it was for healing or for wishes, and so this is a modern version of that. We've had an amazing amount of engagement from people today. A lady from India who told us a fantastic story about how they have similar trees in India, and sometimes the women will tear the bottom off their sari and tie that to the tree. And if you don't have a sari, or you don't want to spoil your sari, you can take one of them off and retie it with your wish, which gives double wishes to the person who originally put it there. And then that lady, before she went, tied the first of the ribbons on the dome. So that was a lovely encounter. We've got these leaves that we're putting on the sculpture, and I'm encouraging and inviting people to write their wishes or their hopes for the post-COVID future, and they'll be on the dome, and they'll remain on the dome, and eventually, because of the elements, everything will be washed away, but that means that their wishes will have gone into the environment. Because it's difficult to have personal participation at the moment, we'd like people to send their wishes and their hopes, and they can send them on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, or they can actually, in person, leave them in the church behind us. The church is happy to take messages. You can either make something yourself, a leaf or a ribbon to put on, or if you leave it on paper, I will transfer it to a ribbon or a leaf and then put it on the sculpture. I hope that people will take away the fact that there is still hope, and that their hope, added to the sculpture, the energy of the whole sculpture, will increase the amount of hope that's around, and maybe their hopes or wishes for the future will encourage somebody else and hope somebody else. We've actually seen that today when people have come up, and they've engaged with us for a little while, and there's one lady stopped and talked for ages and ages, and she said how it had lifted her feelings, her spirit while she was here. So that the hope is that the whole thing together almost becomes more than a sum of its parts, and that it creates energy and hope for the future. My hope is that in the next few weeks, the sculpture will be so covered in ribbons and leaves and people's hopes and wishes that we won't actually be able to see the structure at all.